Alright, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles that we will, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth, the sincerity. As you can see, I should have looked up the TikTok, but this is the after effects of the whole Will and Jada situation. We know that was a distraction, but still, as far as the witchcraft side goes, Jake them eventually put on these mentalities, and this is the example of what Jada was pushing. Jada and Will was pushing. You see, it says when he acted up and think I'ma sit around and cry. Look who was birthed. See, that's just the spirit that they're pushing out, and everybody know Will and Jada's situation or how he's being treated in that relationship, and she wished that a man that she wasn't even dating, they say, was alive, and they married and all this extra shit. All this pushing is the spirit of adultery, because in actuality, the man and the woman, when they came together, when the woman and the man have sex, that declares her as his wife at virginity. But since all the women are hoes, when the man and the woman have sex nowadays, she's your wife. She's still your wife, but technically, she's still a whore. But still, she's still your wife, man. But Jake and them, they go and get these the paperwork from Esau, but basically they Shalakia. Basically they turn into adulteresses, in their marriages, and they turn into adulteresses when they start speaking on other men and worrying about another man when they got a husband at home and whatever the case may be. But all they was pushing was part of the witchcraft was the spirit of adultery that these women are in, man. And I got a couple of clips. I'll be able to find these other ones before I add the precepts to this one, because there's a lot of little bullshit going on in that world, man. So it's always a way that you can make a video through the spirit and power. How about Shema Shai, man? But give me 1 second for the pause this and try to find the other videos, and then I'll be right back. Alright, Shalaki, yeah, so I couldn't find the clips I was looking for. Y'all wrote this up. If I find them, I'm going to post them. But all it was basically the nigga woman mocking the Lord. And, Jake don't know the Lord truly, but it was just a lot of mockery going on about the Lord. And basically it was like, if you seen Jesus, whose real name is Yahushua according to the Bible, being beat in the streets, what would you do? And majority women gave their little comments. One woman was like, well, I'll just be observing the shenanigans and keep moving like how he do. And then another one was like, this was a dude, he was like, I'm beginning to think that it's him, and basically and not the people. And then you had another female that said, damn, I forgot what she said, but I think it was another dude that said this. Well, shit, if God can't help him, then shit, how the fuck am I supposed to help him? So Jake and them just, how Jake and them always mocking the scriptures and whatever the case may be, man. And it might seem like it's something small, but the Lord said He is not mocked, man. He ain't playing with Jake and them. We ain't even in the time for all these games that's going on anywhere. If anything, instead of laughing at it and having all these mocking comments, they would have been like, well, first off, he was black, whatever the case may be, and then went off on that if they had any type of level of understanding. But we know that 2/3 of Israel is supposed to be put to death, man. So, but this is Micah chapter 2 verse 1. It says, woe, destruction to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Talking about the elites, man. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. So they have these councils, and they come up with ways to keep Jake manipulated, keep the witchcraft going, keep them sleeping, distracted. And that Will and Jada situation was a distraction. But even though with that distraction, there's multiple things that came from it, man. Basically, the exposing of them being the distraction was the number one because people still talking about it. But two, just it just pushed out a spirit, the spirit of adultery. It pushed that spirit out because a lot of women with that, you know. And then on Will half, it pushed out whatever spirit that came out with that without even going too far into it, man. Just to make the point, just to say a little bit on it, but Verse 2, and they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Right, Esau took our land, man, and took and brought us over here into captivity, and now we following all his ways, and now we are being oppressed because we can't be who we are supposed to be according to the scriptures. And when you take us from being who we supposed to be and not have us do what we supposed to be doing, the Lord judges us, man. And Esau knew that, man. So Jake all around is oppressed from following the ways of Esau, man. You know, and you see everything that you see going on in this world, from all the killing and the destruction, the women being out of order, is because of Esau taking over people's lands and heritages and everything, man. And that's part of our oppression. Because it starts with the Israelites first, man. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. Right, man? So Esau eventually going to be judged, which is ultimately going to be the destruction of America, man. And those that are here in this place, that are in his place gonna be hit by them missiles also, man. And then you got Jake that's gonna be dying before the missiles come. It's all the judgment you have about Shema Shai, because Jake think it's funny and think it's cool to look up to actors who are homosexuals, lesbians, and who worship Satan, and idolize them, and whatever the case may be. And then on that young lady page that I posted, because you know all the women on TikTok now, because they would bug out and go crazy if you didn't give them an outlet for what was going on with this pandemic. But all throughout the young girl page, or woman page, what the fuck what do you call it? All it is them idolizing and modeling themselves. All it was her idolizing and modeling herself after these wicked witches. Because them witches, Jada, Beyonce, all the women that's in Hollywood are witches, man. They dealing witchcraft and putting spells in people and sacrificing children, drinking blood, sacrificing people, etc., man. That's what they're about, man. And taking them worship and idolize that, man. Damn, what pre-solution crap? Slovakia. All right, this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Adultery basically means to cut. You cut in between a man and a woman in a relationship, roughly paraphrasing it. To have sex is to marry a woman according to the Bible when she's a virgin. And then when a man, and then, when we ain't no real virgins out here no more, but when you're dealing with another woman, when you're dealing with a woman, if a man comes in between that, man, she goes to have sex with him, that's committed adultery, man. Your woman's supposed to be your woman, only your woman, man. Not no woman that you're supposed to be passing around and sharing, man. Jake them, all messed up, are destroyed because of the lack of knowledge, like the scriptures say. Leviticus 20:10, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Now, in the case of Will and Jada's situation, if that was, that's his wife, especially if it was his wife from her being a virgin, she's supposed to be put to death, man. She's supposed to be put to death, man. Okay, it says, neither shalt thou commit adultery, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Fuck. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. And that's the scriptures. That's how you be strong in Yahweh Shema Shai. You knowing and understanding the scriptures, man. The Spirit, the Holy Ghost, man. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles. The wiles meaning the tricks of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. See. The physical part of it is her doing the act and they putting it on TV or whatever the case may be, man. And then it enter into your psyche, and you eventually acting out and doing them same acts that they did, and and it gets even more spiritual when they chant and do the sacrifices of the animals and summon the demons from the other dimension and put them spirits on people via the television and whatever the case may be, man. So that's what people up against, man. See, the stuff that you can't see, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shai, that ye may be able to stand against, to be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, the peace between you and Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to put out all the fiery darts of the wicked, man. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Right, man. So, let me get this next precept. If I'm not mistaken. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 18. What the Lord said about witches, man. What was it, 18 and 10? All right, Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, right? So you're supposed to put a witch to death. So all of Hollywood is supposed to be being put to death right now. And then those who follow Hollywood, man. Yes, and then you got the case in the scriptures where I think it was Paul or the apostles. I forget. It's in Acts. But the people that were doing witchcraft, they put down them curious arts, like the scriptures say, and they followed after the Lord, man. So the time we in now, the Lord giving mercy right now. The doors of mercy open. So if you're doing witchcraft, you're supposed to put your witchcraft down and don't go back to it. But that's all up to Yahweh Shema Shai, 1. And then 2, it can be done. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, and else sacrifices. Jake and them they still do it now today. Do these sacrifices, man. unto their gods, these demons, them spirits, and that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. See? So witches are not supposed to be found amongst us. Or a charmer or consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard or a necromancer, and then you brothers can look up these words. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord Yahweh, and because of these abominations, the Lord Yahweh thy God doth drive them out from before thee, right, them other nations. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord Yahweh thy power. Now, and think of this. Look at the situation we're in now. We're in captivity. All the nations hate us. We ain't got no control of our women. We got done worse than all the nations. You know, we're in a fucked up space, and all because we followed and did what the heathen did, including witchcraft, adultery, etc. Man, so that should be a lesson learned, because we're being taught right now good and evil. That should be a lesson learned, man. You know, not to never do this again. But we ain't gonna never do it again, because the Lord gonna put the laws within our hearts, man. You know, starting with His elect, man. You know. So with that being said, man, call all Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.